money well spent, I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Y'all. You can spend your last 5, it's worth it, y'all. Cause so much work for y'all. It's economic pressure hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele pop, I'm setting up shop and knocking my competition smooth out of the box. To the
So you love now he was headed to his knee.
like the down to the drop.
What's good in the hood? This is For the Throat Podcast, episode 44. If y'all don't know, I am your host, MC Thrillz. I got special co-host with me today, Fred, aka Papi Dinero, and I got the Well You Ask Podcast team in the building.
What up, we here.
Bam, so usually when I get started, I like everyone to introduce themselves to the audience, because obviously we all got different audiences. Right. I got people from Jersey, y'all got people, y'all can introduce where y'all from, if y'all from here, because I really don't know, so just give the people that don't know what is watching a perspective. If you want to go from left to right.
Well, my name is D. They call me Live at 5. I'm from San Antonio, born and raised. I do interviews, Live at 5 Studios on YouTube, and also the podcast. I do BTS, videography, photography, and notary. And that's about it. I think that's it. And I'm a wonderful father of 3. Just 3, not 6.
I am DJ Baby Blue Diamond. I am the owner of U3 Radio. I think of everything I do a lot. So I'm a DJ, I'm the owner of U3 Radio. I do Well You Ask Podcast with these two lovely men, these fathers.
Thank you.
Unlike these two, I do not have any kids. Yes. I also do notary. I do graphic design. So if you ever need any graphics, I got you. I think that's everything I do. Yeah, I do.
I mean, I'm Travis, but whatever you can call me. You can call me Travis. You can call me T1. You can call me T. I'll answer all of it. I'm an Air Force veteran.
Thanks for your service.
Thank you for your support. I'm an Air Force veteran. College student, graduating in November.
I'm in college too. I forgot.
Been heavily involved in combat sports as an athlete and as a coach. I actually do personal training, one-on-one coaching for kids and adults, like outside of it. So got quite a bit that I do.
Well,
father of 2. How can I forget? Father of 2. My anniversary, 14th anniversary is coming up next month. So yeah, July's gonna be busy. July's gonna be busy.
Sound like it.
Well, it takes 3 months right here. Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
So first and foremost, how did y'all get the podcast started? Well You Ask Podcast. Let's get the origin story out the way.
She stole it from somebody.
Oh shit! I'm gonna just clip that part out. Oh shit! It's real.
She's strong on somebody.
Podcast mob.
No, so this guy started a podcast. He's an artist in San Antonio. And he wanted me to be his co-host. And a lot of people, when they start podcasts, they never know how much it takes.
Right.
They sit in front of the camera and talking, and that's it. They don't know about the promotion, about getting guests, about getting the topics right. Because you can't just sit here and talk about anything. You can be all over the place.
You need to know what you're talking about.
Exactly. So he really didn't have time for the podcast. He kind of left it alone, gave it up. I had started the Facebook page, Instagram, all that, and I kept it up, didn't touch it. And people kept liking it here and there. I'm like, why are you liking a page that's inactive? Like, I didn't get it. So I thought that was my sign to start it back up. So during this process, I'm also a co-host of a sex podcast. I was looking for a co-host for the sex podcast. These two inboxed me and they're like, we're married, sex podcast is not only my thing. I was like, well, I have another podcast that might be interesting to you. Let's have a meeting and figure out. As soon as I got them on a Zoom meeting, they instantly clicked. I was like, perfect. I knew him already through music and stuff. We both just met him. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you found my post, but he saw my post, he inboxed me, he thought he was too late to be a co-host.
I was trying to get some logo stuff done probably a year prior. But so I would see her post from time to time and I was like, I need to hit her up for a year. But I always put it off. And then as time went on, I was guest on other podcasts that are outside of the state. So doing for virtuals. So my wife was like, hey, man, you should go ahead, you know, you got a lot to say. You should start your own podcast or try to get whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'll think about it. Kept pushing that up.
What you want on the guest on there, or like these other podcasts for? Like, what was you pushing at that time?
Well, at the time, it was called End of the Last Dragon.
That was a podcast you had?
No, it was a podcast that I was a frequent guest on.
Oh, okay.
So I was just I was a guest on that.
Okay.
It was run by my big bro, Roy Robb, out in St. Louis, and it was basically it surrounded martial arts and the fight game and like how the different cultures of hip hop and the fight game and martial arts kind of mixed and things like that. So it was kind of like that, and I always had, you know, they always brought me on.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife was like, you should probably like, you know, start your own like deal. I'm like, yeah, I'll get around to it or whatever. I woke up from a nap, and the first post that I seen on Facebook was hers, and it was literally an hour before I woke up.
It's funny that how you say it's like that was it. Like it was the vision.
Yeah,
like
so
I woke up, saw the post, and
So
sometimes the universe works like that.
That's exactly how it worked. Cause I was like, man, like so I hit her up, and I didn't see a lot of reactions like to it. So I was like, man, I mean, maybe I'm too late or whatever like that. So someone told me, man, just go ahead and just, you know, inbox and see what happened. So I inboxed her, you know, rest is history.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, let me give you a basic, like, little background about me since we just officially met.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I started doing a podcast back in 2020 during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually
We got more time on each other in person.
We did virtual
Zoom.
So actually my first 5 podcasts, I had my aunt staying with me at the time, and we just ended up doing stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
And it was more of just like talking about whatever's going on with the COVID situation and just stuff that's going on in Meetup, blah blah blah. After the 5th episode, she moved back to Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna keep doing it. Like I just felt like it was good. Like I liked doing it.
Yeah.
And then so I just started doing virtual. I started doing Zoom, and I was just everybody, family members, friends, and then I started moving toward artists and whatnot. But what got me running to it, I'm like, man, this is actually like people get to promote themselves. I get to, like, the thing about me, I get to learn.
Yeah.
I love to learn. So when people come on my show, I'm asking questions because I generally want to know what's going on. So I just kept going with the Zoom. Then I moved back here to Texas, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just keep going with it. And then I started hitting club scenes, started networking, and then Blue Diamond hit me up like, hey, let me get on the podcast because one of the posts. So I mean, like I love doing this shit. Like it's generally something that I love to do. Like, do y'all feel the same way when it comes down to the podcast?
Yeah, we all got history, even with Travis, him doing it. Her being a DJ, I think she was doing interviews already with U3.
Yeah, with U3.
And then I was already doing interviews with my Live at 5.
Yeah, he had another podcast before that.
Yeah, I had another podcast with my boy Malcolm. Shout out to my boy Malcolm, man.
It was
Crazy.
going live on Facebook. So.
It was going live on. It was well, I was Live at 5, but his was what was it?
So now this is past like
It was
live
live radio.
This goes on now.
It was live radio.
Well, he still does his live at 5 interviews.
Okay.
Yeah, I still do my interviews.
Oh, okay, so I wasn't sure if that was something incorporated or just separate from Love X podcast.
It started. Well, I started my Live at 5. I was just going live every day when I got on work.
Okay,
I was going live, and then it just had to be like 5 around 5. And then my homegirl was like, "You should do a podcast and just call it Live at 5." Yeah, shout out to my girl Elm. And that's how I started. And then my homeboy hit me up and was like, "Hey man, let's do a podcast. I got my internet radio station." I was like, "All right, cool." So me and him started doing it. We were doing it for almost a year, and it was crazy, man.
That was more comedy.
Yeah, it was comedy. Cause he's like thrown off. He says. Like, they think I'm bad, like,
he's bad. He's talking about anything and everybody.
He's horrible. But it was internet radio, so people could send their music in and stuff like that, and the radio was playing 24 hours. Like, we was getting people, like, in UK and Germany and stuff like that tuning in, so, but, you know, he got into some legal stuff, and then we never got back. On it. And then I just kept doing my Live at 5.
What's the worst thing you said on that podcast?
Man, I can't even tell you.
Damn,
He said on our podcast. There's 2 worst things he said on our podcast.
What's that?
I probably said
So
more.
the first one was so we had a comedian, the Mac, shout out to the Mac, and we were talking about how, you know, a lot of these superheroes are changing genders, how they change Robin into
Right.
You say superheroes?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you know Robin,
Like
Batman and
cartoon
Robin, the
superhero.
cartoon superhero.
Nah, I'm gonna put me on game.
Oh, so
yeah, but it's all
Robin
on
is
game.
now
Who don't know?
Okay,
Yeah,
flamboyant.
Robin. Yeah.
And
I heard something about it, but I didn't see it. Or
yeah, so they're trying to change his character to gay. So our comedian guest we had
Just like Bert and Ernie.
said that
Remember Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street?
Yeah, I know.
Like they were supposed to come out as lovers now.
instead of brothers.
Well, I always thought that like they always been a little.
Exactly.
They ain't never had no chicks at the crib.
Well, on the show,
Nice
the
in the
comedian
bed.
guest that we had said, "Oh, Iceman is also gay," and I knew he was talking about the superhero. He said, "Oh, the basketball player from the Spurs."
It was crazy because my wife was working at the school at the time.
She probably like, yeah, it's another thing.
I don't know really, but yeah, it was crazy because
He
everybody
got
was like,
confused. So
what? I said,
that
what?
was one thing
He
he
said
said.
Iceman. I mean, the first thing that came to my head was cartoon. It was him, and I'm like, nah.
So you got that
he married.
confused. And then
No, the worst thing I said was
Lizzo. Yeah, Lizzo.
That
I
probably
forgot
I
what
don't
you
even
said.
think that was like really.
Just reactionary. It was.
It was
Tell me what you said. I don't
Yeah,
know
so-
what you said.
I forgot what we was talking about.
Lizzo, the way she dressed, right?
Yeah, we was
Basketball
talking about
game.
like she had like a performance. What? It was a NBA, NFL, or something.
I'm not sure where it was.
Or like an award
It was
ceremony.
I think the latest one.
But
was
you
an
know,
award
Lizzo,
ceremony.
she's a heavyset chick, but she dresses like skimpy. Like, she dresses like she's shaped like Beyonce. So I'm like, we were just talking about like how is
Oh, come over here, Danny.
we're talking about like, body positivity and and stuff like that, and how men
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. First of all,
Well, he's about to say not effective views.
yeah, this is my view.
that's his view. Now, I will say,
This is D's opinion.
I may.
May not agree.
Look. What he's about to say, look, just look at the context.
Yeah, it's
Just
concept.
pay attention to the viewers.
And it's no harm what I'm saying.
There's no harm.
It was just
Whatever
my
camera is looking at
observation.
me,
Hey, this is
All
for
of y'all.
entertainment purposes.
it's only
yeah.
entertainment. But what he's saying, there's truth to
It's
it.
truth to every joke. It's truth
It's
to
truth
every
to it.
joke.
And my mother found it funny.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you know. I told her we cracked up like 15 minutes straight off of it.
So go ahead.
So my
No, we
mom,
laughed for a while.
It was
We laughed for a while.
funny.
But so I was just saying, like, I said, it looks like somebody was like changing a tire or something, right? They didn't wash their hands, but they just rubbed it in between
Bruh.
Lizzo's legs. And that's why it's like
no.
real
He
dark.
asked the question of why.
Oh, why it looks like?
Why
Yeah,
does it
yeah,
look
yeah.
But before he said he wasn't gonna say it. But
No, I
was
wasn't.
gonna say it.
I said, you know what? I said, you know what? I ain't gonna even say it.
Yeah.
And then Travis was like, yeah, don't say it, man, because I already know. Then she was like, nah, say it.
You already
say it.
started
You already
it.
started. Just go ahead and say it.
All right, so she the one because she already.
So did I say it?
Say what you said.
Well, before he said Lizzo, he was like, "Hey, why?" And this is why I said context, because it was a broad question.
Yeah.
It was a broad joke for a broader question,
Yeah.
because that whole how 50 got clowned at the
Yeah.
Super Bowl for hanging upside down.
Yeah.
Women everywhere, dragged it
Yeah.
on
No, I
social
seen
media,
that. Yeah, I seen
right?
that. Was it just women? It's men too.
Well, mental, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
but
But we all know 50 not fat.
Right.
we all know 50 not fat, but we all know that it seems to be alright for men to take that type of slander.
Right.
So his question, so he was like, why does it seem like big chicks, when they thighs rub, when they separate, why does it look like the inside they look like a mechanic rub their hands?
Bruh.
But then he threw Lizzo into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she wasn't initially.
She wasn't initially
Like,
in
she
it,
was just
but
that statement.
but she's the poster child for body positivity right now.
Gotcha.
So he threw her in there, and he was like, "See, and that's the point." See, then when I went home, I told my wife about my wife.
No, we was talking on the phone.
Oh yeah, we was talking on the phone.
We talked on the phone.
My wife was not feeling like she felt like that was
She was
just
the
the
only
most.
one out
was
feeling
like
it.
pissed off.
She
And I'm
was
like,
pissed.
I wasn't like attacking her. It
So,
was like
it
was a general
wasn't.
statement. I just used Lizzo as an example because, like
It
you
was just
said,
the example.
Lizzo she's the one that's. I mean, you got if you're doing something in the public eye, you're susceptible to those opinions
Right,
that
yeah,
people give you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you out here, like I said, you dressing like Beyonce, you dressing like Meg Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that type of party. If somebody talk about you, you gotta take that. You put yourself out there.
Right,
just like
yeah,
50 Cent, he put himself out there.
Right.
Hanging upside down.
And then see with 50, I see he swing around and turn that into a joke. You ever see him post and then boom, they talk about some shit and then he'll just post on his Instagram. Like he even posted the picture when he was upside down. Like, he'll flip it around.
He's smart. He's business.
Some people know how to do that. Some people don't.
I remember like right after that, there's a you know how on IG people use save voices or whatever, or the audio for they reels and shit.
Right.
So there's a dude in the gym and he working out and all of that, and there's the sound bite is 50 kind of responding to the criticism that he was getting.
Right.
During that situation?
And during that situation, he was like, yeah, everybody's saying, you know, X, Y, and Z, you know, about my weight and all that. He was like, look, I'm about 2 weeks from looking like what your woman like.
Oh,
It's like, so I'm like,
got no filter.
Nah,
I'm like, I mean, alright, you feel what I'm saying? It is what it is.
And what was the second one? You said two.
The first one was the.
I probably said some other
Oh,
He done said some.
I said most of the stuff I say
will
will be on our like when we talking to each other on Messenger, our group chat. Like we video calling each other all the time, so it's always. But that particular joke, like for a week, I think every time we got on the phone, we just busted out laughing.
Yeah.
As you should come. I mean, it's a podcast, like so. Like it's some things like so. So my podcast is called For the Thrill. So I want people to come on here and say whatever they want to say. I want to say whatever I want to say without having to feel like, oh, I can't say this shit because someone's gonna get mad, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So like one thing I really asked, like here, and since I've been back in Texas for like a year and a half now, so I had a few artists on, and one thing that always push their buttons is like. I want to say push their buttons, but get them a little fidgety.
Who's the king of San Antonio?
Who's the top 5?
Yes.
Look, hey man, I ain't gonna even hold you.
I'm gonna take my top 5 right now.
This is for the thrill.
This is my top 5. Dylon.
No, what you got them saying that too? Levitated Minds.
Yeah.
But look, hey, I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. A lot of y'all that was on here talking, y'all not in my top 5. I can't. I don't feel like I could take you to another city and you will.
And I can say this because I play a lot of underground artists on U3. I DJ a lot of underground shows, so I can tell you.
And people send me music.
Not just
like
about
it's artists that literally send me music that's not releasing. Like, hey, let me know what you think. So I got that kind of.
And sometimes it's not just about the bars too. You can have the bars, but if your performance sucks, that counts as well.
It's a lot of stuff that go into it.
Can have the dopest music, but they just sit and perform. And then they say, oh yeah, I can freestyle, but that's another debate I had this week. The difference between a freestyle. A lot of people saying if you pre-write something and it's not released, it's considered a freestyle. I'm like, I don't consider that a freestyle, but you know.
It changed over.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We know
freestyle. See, and I'm from the East Coast, so like we're big on that freestyle hip hop. Yeah. We were actually talking about that earlier about like, cause I was thinking about doing a cipher with all of the artists that came on my podcast. I was gonna drop it at the end of the year and just send everyone the song if they want to record it here or wherever they go to the studio, and then just drop it with a visual. And we just was talking about how that is freestyle when you're writing, and then comparing to you actually spitting it out. So, but like the BT ciphers and stuff, they actually like
that's pre-recorded.
So it's a big debate on that. So like, but like the new era, I feel like now is they don't give a fuck right now. They ghostwriters like me, because I'm an artist as well. So like when it comes to ghostwriting, I was even so against that. Like I'm like, nah, I can write everything myself.
Right.
This is I would never have someone write for me. And there's people that came like, yo, let me but you don't know what's in my head and what I want to say. Like me saying your stuff is not gonna work. But salute to everybody like Drake and shit, like that cool it all. Like he killing the game.
It's one thing I know is ghostwriting is looked upon as a shameful thing because as an artist you want to be the person that this is my stuff.
Yeah.
But why doesn't that follow with R&B?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Any other genre.
Any other genre.
Right. No, you're right.
You know what? I think I just thought about this. I actually thought about this like maybe like recently. I'm not sure how recently.
I think I just thought about this. That's
I
a good one right there.
I think I lied. Like you know,
it makes sense.
It almost so hip hop is supposed to be telling the story of the environment that you're in, and not even just telling the story of it, but the person that's given the illustration, they have to make us believe that they went through that,
Right.
or is around it, or some sort of seen it.
Right, you can tell by the voice,
exactly.
by the way they flow and deliver. You could feel music.
And so I think with that, because it's one thing that we know that we can say. I mean, all genre music, black people essentially started when it came rock and roll, country music, R&B, don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? Like
DJ Kool Herc.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I literally just did a paper on DJ Kool Herc.
Oh yeah.
I literally just did it.
Where can we find
on
it?
Netflix? On Netflix, they got that hip hop documentary, man. It's like a 4-5 part series. It starts from the beginning.
Wait, what was that? On what?
It's on Netflix.
What is it called?
Hip hop. It's like it's a documentary. Y'all probably seen clips of it.
Well, it's like
KRS One of them is on there.
I
know exactly.
Who worked them is on.
I didn't see that, but
It's on Netflix. Check it out, man. It goes from African Bambaataa. It starts like from the beginning, like.
Hip Hop Evolution.
Yeah, Hip Hop Evolution. That's what it's called. Yeah.
It goes all the way up until when trap music started.
Okay.
I'm so baby, I don't want to keep you on track because she focused the conversation back. She pulled out the phone. She on point.
But I think too, it's with hip hop as such. It's such an urban. It has such an urban foundation to it, to where it's like if you gonna spit these bars behind, you gonna back this. We need to know that
you did it.
You did this.
Yeah, I can see.
You know what I'm saying? And like with R&B and country, it's more of a feeling. You feel what I'm saying? Where somebody may not be able to express the love
right.
part of, like Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston didn't write a lot of her shit, but she had a lot of writers.
Right. And we don't even see that.
And
like,
we don't see it.
We don't. That's nothing. Like,
she's singing the hell out of it.
We just think, okay, she's making us feel that, and at the same time, she has to have understand the words behind it too.
Yeah.
You know, Whitney.
She got to build that.
I will always love you by Whitney Houston. You will not feel the same way listening to it by Dolly Parton.
You won't.
Yeah.
You won't. And that's just
right. You're right. Like when those covers and stuff, it doesn't hit the same. So, bringing it back to the original one I was bringing it, the top 5. I want to know y'all top 5 podcasters in San Antonio.
Woo. We number 1.
Let's go.
So, I got us. Number 1, I got If This Mic Can Talk. I got one that I actually listened to on Spotify.
Do my San Antonio podcast or just podcast?
You can do both.
I just do San Antonio.
Okay,
mine's is Cheap Suits.
Yeah,
Number 3. I listen to Cheap Suits.
Are y'all doing this as a collective?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think we all.
Yeah, we all.
All the podcasts we talk about, we already.
Like we either know them, we collab with them, so we kind of agree.
4 would be Radioactive, and then 5 would probably be.
I was saying Glorious Rappers, but they changed their name to something else. In the Room, something in the Room.
Yeah, I don't know what they're.
I'm not sure.
It's not anyway.
I like them.
That's 4 for. So 5 will be. So 5 will be whenever they decide to record. It's socially irresponsible.
Yeah.
Oh,
They so sporadic with their recordings though, but they have good episodes though.
Gotcha.
And great conversation.
That was social irresponsible.
Socially irresponsible.
Podcast? Okay.
Yeah, shout out Damon.
Yeah.
So another reason why I asked this question too is because again I'm relatively new here. So by me asking this question, is this not only like puts those people on broadcast, but also it teaches me who's to look for in San Antonio, who to reach out. So when I talk to the artists, and by the way, every artist they mentioned, like even when they said Dollar 9, they ended up telling who their top 5 was. I just put that as a little promo clip that I put together. So
I seen on Instagram. I seen the.
Yeah. So they do say their top 5.
There's some honorable mentions. I want to mention.
Oh, definitely.
Lele.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Lele, comedian podcast.
The Whole Story.
Voice of B. Let's Get Chatty.
So is that the whole story, HOE or the HOLE? Oh, okay.
C-Max filling off.
She got some stories on that.
Filling off the layers.
Yeah, pulling off the layers.
Filling off the layers.
And then this podcast is not from here. They're from like the east, down south area. FOH.
Yeah.
So Fuck Out of Here is a brand. So they have Fuck Out of Here, True Sessions, FOH After Dark, FOH Presents Holations, Straight Facts. No, Winging It is
That's
Lightweight.
Overtime Hustling. That's
And then
Overtime
Overtime Hustling is East Coast. That's
Right.
another honorable mention. They have Winging It. They have not Confessions. What's the one they do? The reactions on.
They do
Yeah,
reactions.
They do a reaction
do
video.
Turf Wars.
And then Turf Wars.
Turf
Yeah.
Wars,
So
Yeah. And then
those some honorable mentions.
the other
And
one,
then-
he's not really a podcast, I don't think, but Sam Pluto.
He does music reviews. He's from San Antonio.
So,
And then from
yeah,
Saint,
Amazon. Shout out Amazon. Amazon legit. They legit over there.
Yeah, legit.
They
Yeah.
legit. They
and then from St. Louis. If you into
Oh, she gonna
if you into
cities, all that.
St. Louis,
No, we
Yeah,
just
that
got
was that we know. So,
yeah, we was in a magazine for Overtime Hustling. We was in that
yeah, no
magazine.
time.
That's what's
And
up,
then
that's
from
what's up.
St. Louis, if you're into the Christian world, there's a Christian hip hoppers who have their podcast called Not the Same Podcast.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then,
you told me
every
about
other week they do Not the Same Bible Study. So if you're really into that, they do Christian music, they do sports and
Oh,
all that
check
good
them
stuff.
out.
So,
I know,
check them
right?
out.
I'm
So
checking
we got a little bit of everything, you know.
Yeah.
Out of all those podcasts you mentioned, like who you think one I should go back and check like ASAP, like check on ASAP? If you choose one.
If I choose one,
If this mic could talk, I would say
if
that.
this mic could
If
talk,
this mic-
They have a lot of. I like the way they do their podcast.
I think I actually
If you
heard
was on
some
there-
artists podcast before say
Yeah, I
that.
like the way they do
If
their
you went on their
podcast
podcast,
structure.
you would like it. They
Yeah.
got a nice little structure go, man, and it's they integrate topics with games and
It's funny.
an
You get to learn,
interaction.
and you learn something new every time you
Yeah,
get on there.
they do
Because I swear,
quizzes,
every time I get on
like
there, I learn
urban-
something.
urban
I did not
dictionary.
know that.
It's Urban
So I'm
Dictionary.
gonna check
The
that out.
Urban Dictionary.
Nah, definitely.
Yeah,
Cause I listen to
Words is crazy,
Listen
bro.
to
I
watch
watch
podcasts.
That.
Yeah,
and,
I watch podcasts.
Cheap Suits
too.
would be another one I say
Cheap
check
Suits?
out too, because they have a lot of stories to tell. They tell a lot of
Yeah,
stories.
IQ.
That's funny. IQ in them. So.
And then like big, as far as like big podcasts, like the ones we
Mainstream.
trying to achieve to get to. My number one is 85 South.
Yo, hey, real quick, off of that,
Oh yeah.
thoughts and prayers to
DC
Young Fly and
Yes,
his
yes,
family.
yes.
His girlfriend, fiance, I'm just his woman, the lady of his
Right.
life, the mother of his children,
Mother of his children.
passed away today.
Get a mommy makeover in
Yeah,
Miami.
good complication.
Jackie O.
Yeah,
Rest
Miss
in
Jackie O, man, rest
She's like
in peace.
32 years old.
Man, that's devastating to hear, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow, that is.
that's devastating. Devastating.
Yeah, man. Hopefully he can bounce from that. I know he got high spirits and
Yeah.
stuff. So, but
Yeah, they've been together for a long time,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
gonna
They
like,
have
that's
like
gonna
3 kids together.
Mhm.
And I know he been on tour. He probably going. I
Yeah, he
don't
gonna-
know.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Right for
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, no,
right.
yeah,
That's
Yeah, I can't.
now your kids, he got now he
Yeah.
100% tended to the kids now, you know. So,
I've been at work
but
all
yeah,
day today.
85
Hear about
South,
I ain't hear
$1
that.
worth of game.
$1 million. My number 2 would be Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah.
My number 3 would be.
You just like Joe Butt because the way they talk shit.
Oh yeah, I know. I
like
like
his.
it. Well, I like it more
Nah,
because
you
of
like-
Queens.
Yeah, I was
I
just
like
about to
it
say
more-
that. You
Oh,
fuck with Queens.
you
yeah.
just jumped
You
on that
fuck with
Queens
Queens.
flip?
No,
Yeah.
Queens flip.
You fuck with Queens
Queens
flip.
take it
That's
to
why.
another level.
Nah, he
Because
do.
Queens don't give a fuck about Joe Budden's success. None of that shit.
And he's the only one that has like no filter when it comes to Joe because he
Yeah,
say
he
what the
talks-
fuck he was.
he-
Nah, with anybody.
Yeah.
Cause like I look at Queens as a show from time to time.
Yeah, his
Oh,
podcast
yeah.
is dope too.
Whether it's
Shout out Queens, he had Roxy
whether
Raymond
it's
on there.
China Mac on there. I mean, and cats I'm speaking about then.
Yeah, Charleston White on there too.
For some official.
And he say some
type-
crazy shit.
He'll say
Yeah.
some crazy
Nah, he talking
shit.
shit to you.
He'll
So I
talk
haven't
shit to
seen
you.
his personal podcast, but I
He
remember
don't give a damn. He don't
Yeah.
fuck.
Joe Budden,
You said $1 worth of game.
$1 million worth of game. I like Joe Rogan's. I like Joe Rogan's because the people that he have on.
Mhm.
Like he have like astronauts and fucking these people.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
like that
Yeah.
shit is crazy. My 5th one would probably be Daily Wrap Up Crew. It's a podcast on there. It's 3 dudes on there. I think I showed you I was showing you how they layout is.
Oh yeah. Yo, she go DJ Baby Blue Diamond, 1/3 of Where You Ask podcast. I got D Live at 5 and the fella T1. Make sure you follow us on everything at Well You Ask Podcast. WELLYOUASKED podcast. You already know TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We got it all. You can follow me personally at DJ_Baby Blue Diamond on everything.
You can follow me on IG at Live at 5, TikTok at Live at 5 TX, Facebook is Live at 5. Follow at your own warning, man. Be on in there.
And look, you can check me out on IG at VA_TX6 or at H.I.R_combatives. And on Facebook it's just simply Travis Perry.
What's good in the hood? This is For the Thrill Podcast, again, episode 44. I'm here with Well You Asked Podcast. You already know we got Baby Blue Diamond. We got
BBD.
D. What you said? Baby D?
BBD.
Oh, BBD?
Yeah.
That's your name?
No,
Baby Blue Diamond.
Oh, damn, that makes sense.
Wow.
I was gonna say D, and then he said BBD.
No.
And then we got Trey. All right, so we in the building. And we got the that's your other name, T1.
Yeah, T1.
Okay, bet. And we got special co-host Fred, aka Papi Dinero.
What up,
So
what up?
how I got him on the podcast today was mad random for the thrill. He pulled up to do some music. I was like, yo, you want to do special co-host? Like 5-10 minutes before y'all jumped on. So
Wait on.
so we gonna cheers to that.
Shots up.
Fiji's.
Do a green screen.
Green screen shot. Hell yeah. So y'all don't drink?
No, I've been drinking for 5 days.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
just
you
say
been out of
5 days.
town.
You was in Cancun. How was that, man?
That shit was crazy.
It was crazy.
So he had
Cancun,
a
man.
fight in the car. He was mad that all the parties he went to in Cancun didn't play no Texas music.
Oh shit.
I was that made
And he said the DJ was shouting out all these Texas cities.
He shouted out
one Texas song.
not one.
Yeah.
Well, he played B King,
One beat sing.
but I think the get the head, get the bread, that's
Yeah, that's B King.
that's his song.
Yeah, the lead. Yeah. That's
Oh,
B
okay.
King.
Well, they played the chorus of that song.
Was Queendom
You know, so
It was alright.
yeah, I was like, damn. I'm like, shit. I'm like, God, you can't get nothing. No international players anthem or nothing.
No
Cancun.
Texas.
How long you got there for?
5 days.
Man, that's a nice little turn up in Cancun. Huh?
It's the it's called Cancun Jump Off. So they have like a whole bunch of events going on. Basically partying, a whole bunch of parties.
That's what's up.
They
That's
party,
right, music
beach
video
party.
there too, right?
Yeah, I recorded KG's music video down there. I was gonna use my GoPro, but it's too sharp.
Oh.
Like the video is the quality is too sharp. So I gotta figure out how to.
You said you recorded KG's music video?
Yeah.
Shout out KG.
Yeah, shout out KG.
Flu was out there too
Yeah,
for his birthday.
Yeah, we went out there for Flu's birthday. His birthday was Monday.
Flu's in my top 5. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did say 5.
Hey, we do artists. Hey, y'all
You
got
in my
it. I
top
wasn't
five.
asking.
Top
Okay.
five.
But what's
Go ahead.
top
Artists.
5 artists? Let's go.
Flu in my top 5.
My number. So mine's probably a little biased. So,
Every time he start off with that is very
It's
bad.
half your family members don't count.
my number one is Flu. My number 2. So this is my
friend.
top 5, but it's not in no particular
Best
order.
friend.
Except number 1. Number 1 is gonna be Flu.
See, podcasters say this so easy.
It's one would be Flu, 2 would be KG, then 3 would be Lil Yoda.
Homeboy.
Okay.
Nah,
Lil
Lil Yoda.
Yoda. Shout out Lil Yoda. I saw that boy.
Lil Yoda.
I fuck with this for real.
Number 4 would be Cheddar. And 5, I like Diversity. Is that his name right?
Mm-hmm.
I like him. I like his music. It's different. It's a different. It's different from all the other ones that I got in mind. So I like his music. So that would be my top.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the last 2. Everybody else I heard of before you said, but I'm gonna check out the last 2. See, and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
too. That's why I-
Cheddar's from here, but he stays in Atlanta. He moved to Atlanta.
Oh, I
He doing
got
his
you.
music in Atlanta. Actually, Cheddar and Flu just dropped a video called Mirror Mirror. That hey man, that video is crazy. Anybody that's shooting videos and editing, you watch that video, you gotta step your goddamn game up, man. I'm telling you, it's like that. Their editing is like something that T.I. or somebody of that
I
kind.
thought this was what you were saying, what you did, your editing, your music video.
I don't edit music. I just recorded his video.
Oh, I got you. And they edit it.
He gonna.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, because I ain't got all the software and all that shit.
Got you.
After I seen that video, I was like, fine, I gotta step my shit up.
Right.
Yeah, man, I can't be putting no BS out there. My name is attached to it, so.
Baby Blue Diamond, what's your top 5? San Antonio.
I don't know if I can say my top. I might get counseled as a DJ. No, I'm joking.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right, he is a DJ.
Okay, so number 1 would have to be Flu. He got the bars. Number 2 would be Yoda. Number 3, I would have to go with.
Oh, he said no specific order. She said she gonna get an order to this.
Get my order too.
Let's go.
Number 3 would have to be A&B Easy. Because I feel like you have to be more than just bars. You have to be in that club hit too sometime. And Yoda does the same thing too.
Okay.
And then, you know what? Levitated mine is exactly my top.
Okay.
I like that music. I listen to them a lot. And
John Raven.
I'm gonna switch it up. My girl Lala, cause you know we always just talking about hip hop. You said top 5. You didn't say hip hop R&B. Lala sings. Lala sings. She's
That's the one that's
dope.
gonna
She
be on
brings
the
it. Yeah.
right, yeah.
She sings. She's dope. Lala, number 5. You know, bringing R&B. Cause to it all. So as a DJ, I get that diverse.
Trey, how about you? You got
I
top
think it
5?
would be harder
Yeah,
to do a
top
top
five.
5.
He's not really from San Antonio.
I ain't
He's
from
mainly
San Antonio.
Dallas.
How long you been out here?
Oh, okay.
7 years the military brought me out here.
Since you been out here, like who you think, like who caught your eye?
Everybody we name.
Yeah,
I know,
essentially everybody like they named. I
Could we
mean, like,
introduce them to a lot of
I'm
people?
partial to like a couple just because like there's a certain sound that I like to hear
Okay.
while I'm working out or driving.
Yeah,
or,
Got you.
So like I fuck with Blackout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Blackout.
I fuck with A&B. I fuck with Flu.
If you in the gym, Blackout definitely
Get you hype.
is there.
Like
Yeah,
I would literally go run.
Blackout. Make
Yeah.
sure y'all check that out. Episode 33. Blackout was on.
Okay,
I'll
Blackout gets
go
you
run to Yale.
yeah.
Like I'll go,
Oh, yeah.
like I'll hit the bag. I'll do like my son love that song.
Yeah.
So like when I first met Blackout, his team back in the day got me into his video called Kermit. That's how.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that
None
Kermit
of my
shit.
business.
Yeah, ain't none of my.
Is that when he did the car wash?
Nah, it was.
I don't know.
It was at damn, what club?
Was it a
Ice House?
No, the car washes, yeah.
Oh,
Car wash.
yeah,
I was there.
He had multiple
Yeah.
scenes. He had multiple scenes.
Oh, okay,
Some was
yeah.
in the club and
Because
some
I
was
did
in
a
the
cameo
club.
on Yale by accident.
Yeah. So
So-
I was like out here.
I was
9 years
I
ago.
was there at the video shoot.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
So I was living out here about 9 years ago. So that's where so when I was living, I was only living out here for a couple months, and I was when I first came out here, I just had because I do camera work, so I was going to clubs trying to promote, and I don't know if y'all remember Ron Hicks. He used to run Ice Lounge. He was on the Ice Lounge, so I would go and perform, and then pull out the camera, and Ron Hicks was like, "Yo, you do camera work, do it for the club." So I started doing that on Sundays, and that's how I know.
Man, go back. He said Ice Lounge.
Yup, and that's how I met most of the artists that I know now.
Yeah.
I met most of the artists through ER Bar.
And I'm pretty sure we met like back then because you was on my Facebook for a minute. We just
on everybody's Facebook.
Yeah.
Tell me how you met me. Don't
Right.
tell me nothing bad. Tell me something good. Tell me good stuff.
Yeah, he was picking your booty by it, and I was like, hey, you might need to take a shot.
Yo, that's wild.
This is why we gonna think that's wild.
I see why you don't want to say the wild shit.
Wash your ass, Blue.
Hey, the mechanic decided to. No, back to the mechanic.
This might be a true story.
Oh, true story.
About the mechanic.
They talking about Lizzo.
Oh,
Hey, so, you say you're from Dallas? I gotta ask, which Dallas rapper you really fuck with, as far as celebrity-wise?
Could be East Side for Willis.
Nah. Okay, so let me on that
My boy Lambo, yeah.
Lambo, he got the stamp from Tuck to do that.
Yeah.
Big Tut.
So to me, because he got that stamp, first of all, that beat is a pop beat,
Man.
East Side Realist? Yeah.
But the original is Southside the Realist.
yeah.
Right.
From Big Tuck. This was when for you probably high school. For me it was junior high.
Oh, okay.
So the Purple Hulk,
Purple Hulk.
Purple
Man,
Hulk
that CD still, I
CD.
still jam it.
like I jam that now. That's in my playlist now. So like for him to get that stamp from Tuck like that, and on top Tuck came walk Errol Spence to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That same song against you guys. I mean, like for a San Antonio artist, Lambo, like it's a different lane that I kind of look at.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Tuck, Tum Tum, Celeb. Then
That's
so this might get a little.
Mr. Pookie.
This might get a little controversial. What I'm about to say.
Go
Let's
ahead.
talk about it. That's what I like to hear. This on some mainstream or
The
something?
shit, no, it's mainstream, and the shit is unfortunate how it ended.
Shit. I don't like to hear some bad shit, but
I like Yella and I like Mo.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, see, that's where I was getting there.
oh shit, you just broke your heart, what happened? You don't like them both?
I only fuck with Mo.
Like,
oh, that's what you was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, like,
Yo,
as far as like Mo had a lot of shit in his music that most like he could flip a R&B track and make that shit gutter as fuck and it sound good. Like he'll go from rapping to singing. A solid flow through.
it look like BBD is in disagreement with you right now.
We disagree about a lot of shit.
She said,
I don't know. I'm not trying to compare because you don't want to compare, but you know, we think about Mo3 and how people call it that rap singing, whatever. And I always think about Zero, and I'm like, people can't do it like Zero. I don't know. I feel like Mo3 was decent, but I feel like people, I don't know.
Mo can definitely.
I wasn't a big fan of Mo3. I wasn't listening to him like that.
Yeah, so like,
I didn't listen to him like that, but I could tell that his potential was great.
It was through the roof.
Like,
I mean, like, you know,
he definitely was
like
my
my homeboy was real close. Like, well, his manager is a dude I grew up with, Rainwater, and another guy I grew up with was actually his like main photographer. Before he, before he got murdered. I mean, I know it's two sides of the fence.
Yeah.
But like, I get down to Yella and Mo, because like
I don't know the details of it. So
I do to a point, but
if you like the music,
I'm not in the mix like that. So like I can freely say, hey,
you're basically giving your opinion on the music in general. Gotcha.
Because to be honest with you, I look at it like if there's a couple of Trap Boy Freddy
Oh, he did not say Trap Boy Freddy though.
There's a couple of Trap Boy Freddy tracks that I like. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes to Yella and Mo, I feel like if they could have found their way back
together
to it,
would have been so much
that
better.
shit would have been so fire for the city.
Yeah.
It would have been.
And
right.
I feel, and that's the unfortunate part that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And because
they grew up together.
They grew up together, like all three of them. You feel what I'm saying? That's why, like, if you go on YouTube and you see Mo pull up on Trap Boy at his barbershop and Trap got the hammer on the thing, like Mo, like nah, like you is not that angry with somebody that you don't care about.
Yeah.
See,
at some point.
That situation you talking about kind of remind me like the whole Zero situation.
With Trey,
yeah. That's kind of crazy when y'all
it was
in this shit together, but y'all was in this shit together, and then y'all come up, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if it's hate or if it's the money,
I don't know what it was.
but it's always something.
I know.
But the minute Zero got jumped, that was a violation. I don't think you can come back from a violation. Crazier things have happened, but.
No, we had to
when you jump somebody like
we could be cool, but we got a one-on-one. We gotta get out.
Well, see, if y'all is cool, y'all should one-on-one. Like personal opinion. If we cool, you my peoples, and we end up getting a disagreement, we're gonna get in a fight one-on-one. You ain't gonna have your new peoples jump me like that's crazy. That shows you a whole another level of disrespect.
Yeah, that kind of almost make it feel like you wanted to. This is what kind of your plan
the whole time. You was a hater the whole time.
Yeah. So I mean, Yella got tracks that you can really groove to. You know what I'm saying? Like you can really ride to, and like
I ain't gonna lie. See, I fuck with Mo3 heavy. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to Mo3 3 months in because shout out to my boy D-Tay. Because my boy D-Tay is the one that put me on Mo3, and like I was listening to him 3 months in, and all of a sudden he ends up dying. You know, he ends up being killed. But like honestly, I fuck with Yella BZ. I don't know about Trap Boy Freddy. I'm sorry, Trap Boy Freddy music does not it does not.
I like
pertain-
that little
pertain
queer
to
shit.
That's the only song I know by
I
him.
like Lil Queer, but
I
like
know.
other than
I'm
I'm not saying any of his music, but as far as like Yellow Beezy, I fuck with her shit. Cause like my little brother was like, bro, you a op.
shit?
Lil Quita.
Oh,
Lil
So,
Queer.
yeah, Texas about to be mad at me because
Lil Queer.
we was just talking about.
He don't know no 3. He
I
don't
don't
know.
I don't know who he is, and it's crazy because he looked at me like,
Bro, don't, but you
like
I
I'm
mean,
like I'm. I
It's like
you gotta think about it like, yeah, a lot of people didn't know Nipsey.
Until he
A
died.
lot of people didn't know Nipsey.
No, that's
A lot of people didn't know Selena until she got
So
into it as well.
I gave him an artist from out Philly, Jersey, where I'm from. I'm like, maybe y'all know, maybe y'all don't, and he didn't know who he was. Have you heard of Peter Crack or Freeway?
Yeah.
Okay, so see, in different places, cause he didn't know who those people were. So
But
I'm
you
like,
gotta, it's a different type of.
I ain't pissed.
Yeah, also you got to think about his
He's
age.
gone now, ain't he?
I'm
nah, Peter
28.
Crack's still
He's
alive.
still alive?
Yeah,
It's somebody else I'm thinking about.
I'm 28, yeah.
See, he's 28 too. The age.
Oh yeah, age too. Yeah, age
We
too.
all done in our 30s.
Hey, one thing I know about Jersey, Jersey Mike's.
God, so
Wah, wah, wah.
Them
I thought
said-
you gonna say- I thought he was gonna say Jersey Shore.
Hey, free the way.
Nah, see, I hate that too. Like, fuck that. That does not represent Jersey.
I know Jersey.
That is not the real. That's not the real Jersey. No, for real.
What part of Jersey?
Camden, New Jersey.
Camden, okay.
Yeah. So it's literally right across the bridge from Philly. But like, that's one thing when people say Jersey, but that's not Jersey. Like that's the TV.
Hey, free the wave though.
All my CDL drivers.
Oh.
That commercial
I'm gonna
driver?
represent. I'm gonna represent for my
Go ahead,
CDL
go ahead.
drivers. Fuck Jersey and fuck New York.
What?
Okay.
What you mean fuck Jersey?
To drive in Jersey, New York as a CDL driver is horrible.
Oh, the traffic is crazy. Man. Well, you know what? That makes this traffic look so easy, bro.
No, it is. I'd rather drive.
Yo.
I'd rather drive in New Mexico.
You drove through the
Nothing
tunnel,
there.
like, oh man.
Man, we got to drop off some. Man, that shit was fucked up. There were people cussing us out.
So
and
are you?
everything. There was nothing
So
we
you're
could
a
do.
CDL driver?
Yeah, I drive truck.
That's what's up. That's what's
My
up.
little brother used to drive, man, but he got let go because of matter of fact, a lot of people got let go because of safety points. I guess they had some safety
No,
points.
they super strict.
Yeah.
And so
They gotta be strict.
it's crazy, fam, because a week later after he got fired, on the news, my dad was over here telling my little brother, like, hey, you might get your job back. My little brother's like, why? He was like, look at the news, and on the news, it was talking about like how these people got laid off, and it was kind of like a foul thing to them, you know, as far as the news. My little brother didn't care, bro. He did not stick to, oh, I'm gonna get my job back. He stuck to, oh, I'm moving on. I never in my day thought my little brother going to Army. He is Army active right now, 88 Mike.
Okay.
Shout out to
Yeah.
bro.
He's doing 3 years, man.
That's what's up.
Thanks for his service as well.
For real.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
If your kids, give them options, man. One of the options is get them a CDL, man. You'll never be without work.
That you said a trade too with all these.
Well, yeah, get a trade because
all these.
y'all got
Yeah, he loved his CDL. He loved
that
being
AI shit
a
about to be
truck
crazy,
driver,
man.
bro.
Even
He
truck
loved it.
drivers is in danger with AI.
Oh yeah, the AI. Yo, I'll be up today on that AI shit. How y'all feel about that AI shit? What's going on?
I like it to a point. So that Chat GPT, I love it because it helps us word a lot.
It just got us.
It got us a lot. So.
You guys a lot like what you mean?
No,
so,
we just
so
had
for instance,
a.
so right now we're in the process of rebranding our podcast. If
Right.
you do not know, we took a pause. We want to make it better. You know,
Okay,
restructure it. Because sometimes we have to. You
No,
know,
100%.
Like revising, yeah.
making it
Like
better.
we're trying to step up our audio, step up the visuals,
I feel
all that
even
good
the
stuff.
caliber of guests that we bring on. You know what I'm saying?
No, hell yeah.
We gotta try to move to where we getting people that's coming on and they're actually it's something that benefits the community. Oh,
And
As
if
it
you say
should,
something,
as it
because
should,
sometimes
as
you
it
get
should.
guests and they don't really
Yeah.
talk as much.
Right,
You
right.
want most of the talking. You
Yeah.
want that.
Right.
no offense to artists, but we kind of.
I ain't gonna lie, like
Moving on.
y'all, I already knew when y'all came out. And there's 3 of them, like they're podcasters. I feel like the flow of conversation. I can see it flows easy
Man.
with y'all. It's like bam, bam, bam. Y'all don't even leave room for air. Like, and it's in sync. And that's what I
Sometimes
love.
that happens. So
That's dope.
we had someone hit us up to be a guest, and depending on the situation, sometimes we charge.
Yeah.
So we
Like
let
what?
them,
Yep.
so we let them know that we charge to be guests, and they're asking us what's all involved. So I put it into Chat GPT. This is what's all involved. Can you make it sound better? And they made my whole
Yeah.
script sound a little bit
Sound
better. I
straight
sent it to the
business.
person. They're like, oh yeah, so
Straight
book it.
Yeah.
So I like that part. It helps
So for
you-
anybody that's watching,
Then it helps you with your marketing as well. So if you ever, let's say you want to post a picture of all 3 of us,
Mhm.
you need a dope caption. It helps you come up with captions when you can't think of anything. So I like that aspect of it.
Okay.
But as far as the voice part of AI, I'm not down with it. I saw a podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
great.
talked about this like a couple times. There's a podcast where it says we worried about AI stealing these rappers' voices, but what happens when AI decided to steal my voice and tell my daughter to come outside, and your daughter comes outside?
Oh,
You
no.
thinking that's
I
your
actually
voice
heard
and
something
stuff
that
like
actually happened where like AI called a mom, the daughter was upstairs in the room and she freaked out because the AI was telling her that they got her daughter as ransom, and she's talking to her, the AI on the phone, and it sounds just like her daughter, but her daughter was in the room sleeping or some shit, and
She didn't know.
yeah, she didn't know.
See?
Yeah.
So I feel like
crazy.
with AI, we
You
worry
give
about the
technology
small
too
stuff
much
like
power.
that, but yeah.
Technology is too much power. But with our part of our revamping, so for just for people that's watching, if we hit y'all up, so this is our process. If we hit y'all up to be on there, we not charging. But if you hit us up to come on and you're promoting something, we're gonna charge you.
Of course, they
you're
promote.
promoting something.
Exactly.
No, but that might be universal because I do the same thing. Like usually I do that, but it depends on who the person is. Like if
That's
someone
what
hit me
I
up
say
and I'm like, yo,
too. Like,
that's gonna give me
podcast
some
to
buzz.
podcast, that's
Yeah,
different.
there's gonna be some buzz. I'm alright. I'm gonna get them on. But if it's like a random person, because I have a lot of people, and I'm sure y'all do, that have hit you up, and I don't want to interview everybody. And it's not only because I don't want to interview them. Is that
If it's
time
gonna
is
benefit your
valuable.
brand.
Well, time is valuable. So on the day to day, we all got jobs,
Yeah.
right? So I work a 9 to 5. But on top of that, I also, I got family to deal with. I also do music, where I work on music. That's why Fred came on to do some music.
And a lot of artists do not have nothing to say.
Right, and I also do photography and video.
Yeah.
So I gotta incorporate all of this and what I'm doing. So yeah, you definitely right. And if it's somebody that's gonna say some shit like you saying, or if it's somebody that's gonna benefit me, but also me benefit them, because as y'all know, as you know, we definitely benefit everybody that come on our podcast, because it takes work to set these cameras up. It takes work to edit. It takes to promote, to market, to do posts on a daily or weekly or however you do it. And a lot of people don't see that.
And
So,
y'all
That's what happened with the
y'all
first guy who started the podcast. He didn't realize how much work it took.
no.
And he just,
when y'all, and another part of the thing is like, yeah, we gonna promote, but you gotta understand, after we do y'all and we promote, we moving on to the next guest to give them the package.
Yep.
Y'all still gotta promote,
Yeah.
especially if you're not doing nothing else. Keep on doing it.
No, I'm glad you mentioned that, because some people think that you as a podcast is supposed to do everything. No, you coming on my podcast, I'm promoting you, but it got to be vice versa.
that's what happened to a lot of these local
Yeah, at the end of the day.
That's what you remember. The rap Ramsey. Shout out to Ramsey, man.
Oh yeah.
But like he was expecting, like, I don't know what he was kind of trying to expect, but it was this
They
whole,
were fire, and
thing.
he felt like the fight wasn't good enough.
Yeah, he was expecting us to do
I don't know what
a lot
he wanted,
more.
but
Like,
he
bro,
wanted, like,
this
big brand promo.
So I don't know if y'all do this, but like if they ask for extra stuff, what you can do is just charge for that extra. So, you want something else? We're gonna charge, and then charge like whatever you think is gonna be charged, double that. And if that's what you
That's
really
what we
want,
should have did,
you're gonna pay.
because
No,
not only
seriously.
did he want
We
all
just
the
gave him
extra
his money
stuff,
back.
he ended up canceling
Oh,
like 2 or 3 times, so we just gave him.
Yeah, so the last conversation we had, it wasn't, the vibe wasn't there. So even if we would have brought him on, the show wouldn't.
Ramsey, I think I met him at Iceland. He's kind of like a weird character.
Yeah. So we went.
Shout out Ramsey.
No, he's still doing his thing. He's still doing his thing. You can tell he's creative. You can tell he got a creative mind. You know what I'm saying? But like, if we would have did that podcast, we would have that podcast would have went off.
Keep it real, right?
It would have went left because he already set the tone when.
And he was
when
like,
he's
just go
inboxing.
ahead and do the podcast and get it over with.
Let's just go ahead and do the
Like, nah,
podcast and get it over with. Like, nah, bro.
Bro, I never had that type of situation, but like when y'all came in and like when I got the contracts and stuff, I'll talk about this. So basically, I had 3 female DJs here. You can go back to the episode, check it out now.
From San Antonio?
From San Antonio.
You probably was on there with him.
No, it wasn't.
No. They're a group. They're
I'm
a
talking
group.
about at the thing you just did.
Well, they were a group of female DJs. It was them, and then they had 2 males with them, right? So it was a situation where one of them ended up like tripping. I ain't gonna lie, she got a little too lit. Her friends told her calm down, boom, boom, boom. So the podcast aired, and she wanted. She's like, you know, I'll find it and send it to you because it's probably like 20 something.
Oh, send it to me. I wonder if it was a female DJ.
Yeah. So what happened was she started tripping, so her group even kicked her out Like kicked her out. Like that's how crazy this episode was. So at the end of the day, she started going on Twitter, getting on her group, boom, 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 boom. Yo, it's crazy because remind you, 3 females, 2 males, and on the podcast, she's talking like negative about the podcast, everything. Like it was a setup for her, a setup shit. But it was just that she was that lit. And then when her friends were saying, they were like, yeah, she get like this drunk. I'm like, damn, like it really, and she was like, cut down the podcast, but that's why I do contracts now with the writing, because some people get like a little, that was just only time honestly. Everybody else was cool, but like, since you brought up that situation, I'm like, it's kind of, just to keep it back. So I would suggest to do the same thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that, because that's dope, because I mean, we haven't had a guest on there yet, that's like that, and we always, tell people like, we talk about everything. It's
well,
like
even like with the Ramsey situation, like even put that in the contract. What we do is like it's stone, like it. You get what I'm saying? And then that will make it like, because that would be obviously separate from the release one, but like a separate contract. Because when I do photography and video, I do contracts as well. Yeah, but what I'm doing, like say for example, I'm gonna do a video for this hour, 2 hours. That's exactly what I'm stating. I'm not gonna put anything more, because then they can expect other things. Yeah, that's why I go. And honestly, like so, remember I told you earlier, like I love to learn, and I also like giving game. So shit, in the future we can always meet. Camera ideas, editing ideas, just hit me up. I'm a free spirit. Just let me, Thrillz, what's this? And I'm here. I'm open.
And that's the type of energy that I like. I don't like that energy of holding shit and feeling like you doing us a favor. But it's funny that some people are like that though. Some people,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't even kick game.
You know what I mean? Like with the Ramsey situation, like we gonna do this podcast with or without you.
Right.
I mean, that's any guess. Like,
so y'all the second podcast I had on here. I don't know if y'all heard of Steve Montreal.
Yeah.
So he's actually the first podcast that I had on here, and
that's the home.
We was talking about. So the reason I brought him on is so Lele shared his podcast on art, and then I added him, and then he made a post about how he's trying to put people on, and then the artist was trying to charge him X amount of money. So I hit him up, and I was like, get on my podcast. And then what I said on the podcast is true to this day. Like at the end of the day, you as a podcaster, because I'm speaking for both sides of artists as a podcaster, you're promoting that artist more than they're promoting you. Right. But it also depends on their legacy. Now, I told them if they're a local artist that ain't really getting no numbers, y'all not out the city, y'all never travel here, blah, 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 you shouldn't be getting charged by them. Y'all can do a collab, like boom, boom, boom. So like if he's charging you, I told him, I said, fuck him. And he was like, damn. No, I said, fuck him. like fuck him. But like at the end of the day, like just coming from an artist and a podcaster's perspective, at the end of the day, I know how much time it goes into this shit.
Yo, Steve Montreal, I go by Big Sam Heard with We're On Podcast live in the Bone Zone. Y'all check me out on For the Thrillz podcast.
What's good in the hood? This is For the Thrill Podcast, episode 44. I'm your host, MC Thrillz. We got, you asked podcast in the motherfucking building. We got Fred, aka Papi Dinero, at the special goals. You already know. Trey about to dip off. Before he go, we want to ask him a few questions. I usually ask everyone before they go. The first question is, what's something you could give everyone out there, some game, some gems, something, it could be within the podcast, it could be within yourself as a father, it could be anything, something you give someone else that they can move forward with.
Be intentional. Be intentional with what you're doing. Because some things you're not gonna have a chance to correct. You get a second chance at it. So that's why I say like first impression is everything.
Facts.
So in how you move is very important. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something that stuck with me in the past, like, I think about 5 or 6 months.
Can you give them an example?
Say, just with your content, right? Whatever you say, be willing to stand on that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean, like, be intentional.
Kind of like what you said with the music earlier, with rappers. If you
Exactly.
speak about it, you better be about it.
Yeah, you better be about it. Like, be
Yeah.
intentional.
Definitely.
Intentional about what you're saying. Like, be intentional about with the message that you're trying to convey. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave room to get signals to be crossed. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you speak, you should, like, people should be like, okay, yeah, I feel what he's talking about. That's exactly what he means.
That's game for Trey. From Trey. Also, I just want to know what's your goal within Well You Ask podcast. Your personal goal.
Personal goal for What You Ask podcast, I want us to be on a level where Joe Budden and $1 Million Worth of Game is at. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like when I see $1 Million Worth of Game, when I see Billy and Wallow, they're moving in arenas that I would love to freely move in this capacity. You know what I'm saying? Like, take for instance, someone like Coach Prime. Coach Prime has a tremendous amount of exclusivity attached to him, but a 20-year ex-con and a criminal, a jack boy in his own right, stick-up kid are now, you know,
as inspirational.
Yeah, very inspirational.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And while I've followed Gilly for like a long time.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
He's from Philly, so I'm like, he right there. So
you know what I'm saying? He uptown. He uptown. So I'm like, I followed Gilly for a little bit now with the Major Figures movement and getting the Cash Money and then that deal not working out, and then him and Drama having their issue because Drama's with Wayne, with Drama's from Philly, and he wouldn't drop certain things because Wayne. It was a lot, you know what I'm saying, a lot of different shit. But like, he's inspirational in his own in a lane, in that lane. With Wallow to me is the epitome of not looking back.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the podcasts I love. I feel like they complement each other. Without Wallow, there wouldn't be no $1 Million.
I don't think there would be, because like I think this is just how I truly feel, and like, no shot to Gilly, because Gilly is a polarizing figure himself.
100%.
But
and he a real street.
He a real street dude, and he's a real dude in general.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? So I feel like I think it would have gotten off of, I think it would have extended past Instagram, but every show, every partnership needs a blasting cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wallow is that blasting cap. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, whether he's a part of the joke or whether he's the ass of the joke. And Wallow is unapologetic. They're both unapologetically them. Wallow is he don't care. Like, if you look at Gilly's IG page, if you look at his personal, if you look at the M Worth of Game IG page, like, you can tell Wallow is Wallow. Yeah. Wallow 100%. Is out here.
He appreciates being out.
You can tell. That's what I'm getting at.
I got you.
You can literally tell he is cherishing
100%.
every moment from the time he got home.
And they still humble.
And they still humble.
No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And usually this is the last question I ask everybody before they get off. It could be in life. It could be in anything. What is your thrill?
My thrill?
Have you heard that song?
Yeah.
No, it should be a theme song.
Please don't have me singing.
Oh, you be singing too?
No.
My thrill.
Everyone sounds good in the shower.
Wow.
In the front of the fan.
Oh shit.
I wouldn't say my family's. I mean, that's a separate thing, because like when you have family, you have kids. Yeah, that's a different like lane. Like, you'll never have a dull moment once you start having kids. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, my thrill, I love combat. I love combat.
So he loves smashing people's head into his knee.
Damn.
I love.
Well, you asked.
He does MMA. So if you don't know what kind of combat sport he does, that's a lot. He does MMA, so he's that.
Okay.
Boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, Muay Thai.
Next MMA.
Do you have just to give to the people in that regard or what you do, like your passion? Do you have like, because I know at the beginning of the podcast you were saying that that's what you do. Like, do you charge people and stuff like that? And then like some information you can give them?
Yes, I will send you the flyer.
Okay.
And you can put it up.
Okay, I'll do it during this part. I'll just put it under here. That sounds good.
I love combat. I love teaching people combat.
Okay.
Maybe one episode of our podcast, he'll teach us a thing or two. We haven't
trying to get into UFC or what?
He was training my kids for a little while before the passing of my mother-in-law. So we're gonna try to get them back in there in the summertime.
I got a cousin. He was training with the Iceman.
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Marvel dude or something about that. Yeah, Chuck Liddell. And he did that for a while.
I'm glad you said Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, my coach actually. Shout out to my coach, Pete Spratt. He was in the UFC like early 2000s, but between MMA and kickboxing, he has over like 67 fights. All of those wins over 500.
Oh, shout out to your coach. What's his name?
Pete Spratt.
Pete Spratt.
Joe Rogan knows who Pete Spratt is. He still talks about Pete Spratt to this day.
Oh shit.
And like to this day, like my coach holds a couple records in the UFC that are not open widely talked about, but they're there.
Check this guy out. I'm big on UFC.
He's the first person. If you know who Robbie Lawler is, and y'all know the type of savage Robbie Lawler is and was, especially when he was coming up, my coach gave Robbie Lawler his first loss. And I actually got a teammate in the UFC now, CJ Vergara. When the UFC San Antonio was here in San Antonio, he was the second one on the card, but he was a large reason why AT&T Center was packed out the way it was. Got some up and comers coming. Cedric Hill, Liv Beerley. July 16th, Fury FC is going to be out here at the Techport Arena in San Antonio. She's defending her belt. Says looking for his second victory.
And whenever he has a fight coming up, we'll let y'all know.
Oh yeah,
we haven't seen him fight yet either. So once we're excited. We haven't seen him fight, so we're excited to see him fight.
Once I am medically cleared and all of that. Yeah, that's the next thing. So.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Do you want to ask him anything before you step up?
Yeah. So, where do y'all see yourselves like in the next 5 years?
Well, this is just for Trey because he about to dip off.
The T1.
Oh, with T1. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, man?
In the next 5 years,
Away from San Antonio.
Nah, maybe not.
Put out the resume question.
Next 5 years.
Working here. Sir.
Well, you asked podcast.
I'll say that financially set.
Okay.
Stability.
Yeah, and it's stable now, but there's a level I'm trying to get.
Well, maybe freedom.
Right.
Yeah, financial freedom.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah,
financial freedom. I want this podcast to elevate to the level that I just expressed.
Right.
And I want my fight team to be considered one of the best fight teams in the world.
Okay.
And I want my separate business, which is an extension off of that, which is what we were just talking about, to be. I want that to be the business to set my family up.
Definitely.
To where I can pass that on to my kids, and they can pass it on to their
I can
kids.
definitely see the daughter doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's already helping. Like when I
His daughter's a little bit stronger than him.
When I get small kids, she helps.
Nah, she's strong.
She's strong. She can
got
get
it.
down.
I can't wait to see her with the clips. I be seeing the little girls. There's some little girl on IG that I be looking at, and the little girl is the truth with the wrestling.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. I know you're exactly talking about. I follow that. Yeah, I follow that little girl.
Her matches is like a Mike Tyson fight.
His daughter gonna be staying away from
And you know when they little, they do boy and girl. They really. She handling it. I was like, woo.
Yeah, that girl's strong.
Well, I appreciate
she's an amazing flute player, by the way. Like my daughter, amazing flute player. So
Shout out to the fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Nah, that's what's up, man. I really hope all that
That was
comes to
so
fruition,
good.
man. Appreciate you having my podcast. Even if you're gonna come on a one-to-one talk about the combat and your other side of business, that's cool too, man.
Yeah,
I
sure.
appreciate you, man. So I'm gonna walk you out, and then we're gonna finish off Baby Blue Diamond and D.
Yes, sir.
All right.
This money well spent, I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last 5, it's worth it, y'all. Cause so much work for y'all. I know this economic depression hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele popping, I'm setting up shop and knocking my competition